So, you heard it here. Superman is now bisexual. You know what that means? That means that it is time for everyone on Twitter to go back and forth and never find a middle ground because that's all they're worth. Superman's now bisexual because, I don't know. There's no reason for him to be bisexual, but he just is. In the image, it shows him kissing a dude, or a man, or a woman, or a thing. At this point, it could be a fucking toaster strudel. And it has pink hair. I mean, I guess fucking Superman of all people would go for something like that instead of like a dude that either looks like him or a bulky bitch or like Superwoman or whatever the fuck. But hey, that's what they want. A lot of Western society or Western culture, not even a lot. It's like it's the minority that is the loudest, and that's why it's always getting in the mainstream. And this so happened to be Minority Comic has taken a what? How old is Superman? Or how old has it been? Or how long, has it been since they created Superman? Like 80 years, World War II, whatever the fuck. So they turned him into a bisexual person. He likes to fuck bicycles. And now you got a whole lot of people in the comments going, oh, I'm so happy to be represented and all this other bullshit. It's like, there are a lot of other mediums out there where you can be represented in. Where original characters that were originally written to be this, and their main thing isn't their sexuality, but their main thing is, oh, hey, I'm this and that, but I just so happen to be gay or lesbian or whatever. Those are fine. No one gives a shit about those. I mean, look at Bill from The Last of Us. No one gave a shit because he was a well-rounded character, even though he only had like maybe an hour of screen time. But then you got this, Superman. Old character, been around forever, magically he's bisexual. That's where the problem starts to stem. You guys always want to be represented or whatever, but when it comes down to a lot of things, it just seems that you guys want more and more of what was fine before, and now you magically want to turn into something else. You guys don't seem to have the creativity to make your own characters that just so happen to be bisexual or gay or whatever the fuck, how many genders you want there to be. You just seem to want to take existing characters and turn them into whatever you want them to be. Let me give you an example. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That probably has to be not only one of the best well-rounded animes I've seen in a while, but the animation style and everything just gorgeous. But half the characters on there are gay. You want to be represented. There's one. I don't know about bisexual, seeming as how people don't know how to make up their minds between whether they like a dude or a girl. They'd rather have both. I don't know. This clown world is really ridiculous nowadays. But Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, perfect example of that. There's representation right there. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel anything. It may be a bit awkward or whatever, but that's how the characters are written. And they're original characters. They're not rip-offs or whatever of some other character that you already know. These are original characters that just so happen to be that. And like I said before, the issue stems with you're taking an existing character and doing that to it. Superman should never even have a sexuality. Who gives a shit about that? Oh, I want to feel represented. Oh, I want this and that. No one really truly cares about that. But apparently they do, since they drew the comic and they writ the comic and they apparently made millions off it. I mean, good for them. But could you like keep politics, keep gender, keep all that bullshit out of video games, comics, movies, TV shows? And the final product would be 1,000 times better if you were to actually focus on a good narrative telling story, something that has a heart, a soul, something that you can actually like kind of bond with, and not your fucking sexuality of all things. Maybe something traumatic happened in your childhood, you can bond with it like that. Or maybe you're going through something in life and you can really bond with this just so happen to be story, or a narrative. Maybe it's a book, maybe it's a comic like what we're talking about. Tell something like that. You tell a story that has a heart and has a soul, and it just has like the most amazing dialogue, writing, whatever, and you can do that. And it doesn't have to include any of the politics, none of the sexuality bullshit, none of that, anything. Just tell a good story. Quit converting existing characters to be something that they never were in the past but are magically are now. Oh, well, people change. Yeah, that's people. This is a comic book. I shouldn't even be talking about this. I should be fucking doing something else right now. But, whatever. Clown world, clown society. I hope it all comes collapsing down.